Hey, what is up? We are live. We were having a few difficulties. I cleared my cache and it logged me out of everything while I was already in it. I had to reboot everything. But we're here. We were a few seconds late, but it's all good. We got Scott. We got Mike Rub. We will get to the bulk of the show after the intro.
Hey, we're grinding through the torment. High volume, no management. Taming souls indecent. Grinding drafts through the abyss, no rest in our veins. Feel striking like lightning, flooding endless pains from late season voids. He's dropping all the flames. Bestball Degens Unite, shattering the chains. Old school armies stacking fury, derailing trendy trains. Who is commanding the storm etched in our brains? Who? Hey, thunder in the names, claiming all the kills. Flames, names, games. Degen wrath of fuse, stone age torment remains. Bestball eternal, in remains infernal domain. Pterodactyl pigs screaming, cayman chaos reigns. Fossil fury fuels the fire, drafted through the veins.
All right. We have the big board is 85.2% filled. I have 20 more left. We're gonna definitely do one, maybe two today. We might also check the bigger board again. I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now. We're gonna check, see where the bigger board is. It's +6. I will check it again afterwards. That's not gonna fill for sure. I got my geolocation stuff fixed apparently as well. On my PC, I found what I think the issue has been for a while for me, so that is good. Let's say hi. We got Peppertoni, we got Alex, we got Hartman, we have Chiodo. Yeah, it gets me going for sure. But we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do a big board, and we're gonna join that big board in 15 seconds.
Bestball began to rest. We never leave the brine. Fury, endless, picks, relentless, fantasy, reigns. Who waits? Immortal.
All right, we're waiting on 6, and it actually worked. It worked on the PC this time, so hopefully that stays. Hopefully it continues to work for me. Let's turn on some background music for now. I've been kind of out of it today. I've been sitting around watching TV, drafting some $3 drafters. And I basically sniped Alex. I took a third quarterback thinking I had two, sniped Alex. I desperately needed a running back, and I took Tyler Shuck as QB3 to stack with ETN, not even Olave. So we're not on our A game right now, but we are here. We got Anthony showing up. How we doing, sir? Thank you for popping in. And this is a big board, by the way. I've started getting a lot less of the picks at the beginning. Like the first month, all I got were picks in the top 4, basically, which was fantastic. But I had 25% Bijan at 30 teams. I'm down to 10%. And I had 18% Gibbs at that time. And we're down to 8%. But like overall, my exposures have kind of evened out to kind of where I want them to be. So I'm pretty happy about it. I have 3 shares of Branch on Underdog. So how we doing, Big Draft Energy? Thanks for stopping in. I'll explain why I'm out on Branch. A couple reasons. But on Underdog, he's been 100% drafted. And I have him as my wide receiver 13 right now for the rookies. So with him being 100% drafted and players that I prefer, Skylar Bell, Chris Bell, Bryce Lance, Elijah Surratt, Chris Brazel isn't 100% drafted. I have him one spot underneath. I have Antonio Williams close to him. Like I want the I want the lower owned guys there. Is where I'm at. So like I don't have zero. So like I got 2.5%. I I take him whenever he falls to the very last round, basically. Like, yeah, and I get it. The Shuck ETN thing isn't horrible, but it is whenever you went with heavier quarterbacks in the on drafters. So, hey, what's up? How we doing, Bukowski? I do need to reach out to Big Draft Energy, have him on again. I've been just doing all kinds of things. I haven't actually, I've scheduled a single guest this week and they actually messaged me. So, like, I've kind of not been on the game. We got the sneak at the 1. We got Cromulent at the 3. We got Alex at the 5. We got Dak at the 6. We have me at the 7. Aces cracked at the 9. Thank you all for showing up. If you have not yet, if you could smash a like, that would be fantastic. Oh, okay. I mean, I think so. Branch requires a good coach. Like, I mean, I mean, everybody requires a good coach, right? But like, he absolutely requires a coach that's going to love him in the slot, and he's going to have to learn how to run through an NFL defender's bump coverage. And if he's coached well enough to be able to do that, he's going to be good. That's why I love him for a dynasty style in year 2 and 3, but I don't like him in best ball for this season. That's just my take on it. Like in dynasty, I'm gonna have him higher than that. Yeah, right. Yeah, like I get it. That would be a good spot for him, and they need that position. The slot role as well. Olave's fine at it, but like they could run him out there whenever they need it as well. Let's do a. Let's do a James Cook team. I want to be like close to the field. I'm at 7.6%. This share gets me to where I'm basically where I want to be no matter what on him. So yeah, it's not that I really don't like him or Deion Burks for this upcoming season is all. I think they could both be good pros. Like if I was, so like I do think that the Saints would be fantastic for him. It's wild. He goes anywhere from like 14 all the way to 26. Would it be fair? Yeah. I mean, Burden was a really strong prospect. And I think Branch is going to get drafted higher than a lot of people think. Like he's in the top 50 everywhere, but most of that is because he's an insane returner, right? It's less about him as a receiver and how electric he is as a returner, which isn't a negative, right? Like, but I think that he gets extra because of that, right? Yeah, I forgot. Anytime I search a player in the search bar, it changes. All right, so I have very little. We're gonna do James Cook, Derrick Henry. Actually, we don't have that combination. I like Derrick Henry some this year, so that's what we're gonna do. Shorter version, yes, not worse. I don't know. Like, I wasn't super in on Burden as a prospect either. And it took all the way until the very end of the season for him to really break out. I also, like something I don't know is Zachariah Branch's football IQ, ability to be able to pick up the offense and play the entire offense if he goes to a team that's going to want to move him around the formation. Because I think that, and I'm not saying he's Tyreek Hill by any means, but like if he went to a team that would allow him to move around and do all the motion stuff pre-snap, like he would be a really fun player to have running at the start of the snap. That's why I like him in year 2 and year 3 way more than year 1, because I'm just going to assume that most rookies aren't going to be able to pick that up over a summer and adjust to the NFL. So like that's where I'm at, and we've seen that with Burden. It took him most of the season to get there, and like he still kind of got there mostly on broken plays. On top of that, yeah, and like, but with, and I will say that it was a worse version, not just a. Because Luther Burden had 1 year to where he was being used downfield and all that beforehand. Branch never really had the getting used downfield a lot year to where he was very successful. Almost every year was very short ADOT stuff. That's my opinion on it. Burden and Loveland broke out at the end because they missed a lot of camp. Yeah, that is true as well. Especially for Loveland, right? If Branch goes to a team that is a big special teams, they could just keep him in the spot as a value as returner. Yeah. Yeah, like I also think that he could be like Rashid Shaheed from last year, right? Like he could just be sort of like that. All right, with James Cook, I don't have any AJ Brown. We'll go ahead and do that. I like being a little less than the field on AJ. I'm not a believer that he's getting traded. I think he stays on the Eagles. But him on the Eagles last year was in round 2. He still had some big spike weeks. I think he's a fine pick, right? Like I personally think that he was a fine pick last year. He wasn't anything you needed. I just don't think Jalen Hurts is a very good quarterback when it comes down to it. And by the way, I want to thank everybody for popping in. If you're just popping in, if you could smash the like, that would be fantastic. Pull up H-Chan like a boss. Yeah, he sure does. H-Chan, McBride, Brees Hall. So I did a DraftKings $1 today. I was at the 6 hole. Brees Hall went at 42, the pick right before me, in the 4th round. That would have been electric. We're going to take a lad here. I don't know if I have lad with James Cook yet. I should have checked that before, but I definitely want some of it. So yeah, I that's 3 of 13, but I don't mind that. Same with Derrick Henry. And so like it's fine. Like this allows me to be able to go with Herbert at 79 most likely. And on this team, I'm going to try, and we'll see what Aces Crack does, but they're definitely going for the Chiefs stack here, right? But I'm going to take Jalen Hurts at 66 if they don't do it at 64. And the goal is to get Herbert at 79 and be done at those positions. Sort of out on Brees this year, Jets, etc. I totally get it. I think they have a massive upgraded quarterback. Their offensive line is actually pretty good. It just sucks that it's Aaron Glenn and the offensive coordinator, who's probably going to be head coach by the end of the year. Why can't I think of his name? Frank Reich. Yeah. Oh, Frank Reich. Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying that Geno is elite. I think he's an upgrade. Like this is the Kyler Murray argument all over again. He doesn't have to be. He only has to be between the 20th and 25th best quarterback in the league to be a massive upgrade. Just like Kyler Murray, right? Like it's the same exact argument. I would love to get Travion here, but like I think Roma Dunze is being super slept on. So either one of those picks would have been fantastic for me. So we get Travion. The team right now, we got James Cook, Derrick Henry. We have A.J. Brown. We have Vlad McConkey. We have Henderson. We thought he was a massive upgrade for the Raiders too. Well, yeah. Yeah, you didn't. He might have been. Like, the difference is that the Jets have a really big, like a really strong offensive line right now. When the Raiders had one of the worst offensive lines we've pretty much ever seen, right? Like for the first half of the season at least. And a lot of that was probably related to Chip Kelly and the play calls and all that stuff that was going on behind the scenes. Like I'm not saying that Geno's going to be elite. I just think Geno is an upgrade from Brady Cook. Like, is that too much to say? There's a reason he's the very last starting quarterback drafted. You know? So I like what A. Allen here is doing. Lamb, Love, Higgins, and then they got the non-receiver options, and then they pulled up Caleb Williams with that. That's going to be a little more unique. I've actually done that once or twice. Yeah, we'll do we want to just do this, or do we want to go? I think this is a spot for Mekhi Lemon. I thought about Jaden. I do think Jaden's the best pick in that round. Crying, is he though? But yeah, I don't know. I just think that like I don't know. I'm pretty positive that Geno's an upgrade from that. Probably, but I feel like the community has rose-colored glasses on for Geno because of a fun story, etc. Would have to look deeper. Felt like he's still coasting off the right me back year. He might be. And like, I mean, right now he's being drafted as quarterback like 28. Do you think that that's wrong? You know, like, I get it. He has to have the he has to bring the pass catchers along, but like their quarterback play last year was really, really, really bad. And just like it's the same, like I said, it's the same thing as the Vikings argument with Kyler. Like, he just has to be better than like next to last, right? So Geno is quarterback 29 right now, being drafted. No, but then why do we have to believe he can support two skill players in the top 3 to 4 rounds? Well, one of those skill players is a running back, which will be supported more by the offensive line. Yeah. And Garrett Wilson's the only other one. And none of them are going in the first rounds, right? Like, we'll go ahead and get the stack here with Justin Herbert, with Ladd McConkey. I'm going to try to get Gadsden at 114. He's been slipping a little. I have a hard time taking him. I've had a hard time taking him the entire year. But, like, Sam Laporta and Kyle Pitts fall to 103 constantly now. And I have a really hard time passing that up. Geno was straight up hitting defenders in the back, throwing into double coverage for no reason. Raider as a whole were so dysfunctional. Yeah. Like I don't think Pepper Tony's wrong with the general best ball drafter is being very positive on this. I just look at it as Garrett Wilson's actually elite at playing the position. And if he has a like not bottom 2 quarterback in the league, that he's going to be able to do something. He'll definitely have some spike weeks. And I think that Breece Hall, like they're going to run the entire ship out of Breece Hall. Then field. All right. Do we just take Dak naked here at 100? I think we take Rico, actually. No? Yeah, we're just going to take naked Dak Prescott here. I don't have a lot of Dak. He rarely falls. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I don't know who has Pickens, but sorry, sir. I will backstack him. So 2 Jets players in the top 4 round indicates the field thinks the Jets will be competent and Gino will be good in your opinion. Mike Robb says the 2 Jets were in the first round we're in the first 4 rounds last year. Dude's on a bad team, but they are still great. Will get you the points spike weeks. It's not like they're going to average 3 points a game. Like, and last year they were higher, right? Like Breece is the same, but Garrett Wilson's like 2 full rounds from, because wasn't Garrett Wilson going like up here last year, or am I wrong? Or was that 2 years ago? Wasn't he going like early round 2? Or am I wrong? I could be wrong. I could be misremembering that. What's up? Stafford was low because of injury all year. If people were certain he was playing, his ADP would have been very different. I use this logic in reverse too. Last year, the field loved Puka and Adams, but drafted and like 2 years ago, I did the same exact thing with Brock Purdy, who was one of the best picks on the board. He was quarterback like 23, and he had 5 weapons being drafted in the first 5 rounds or whatever, or 3 weapons in the first 5, and then Kittle as tight end like 6, right? And in round 7. So like, I agree that you should use that in reverse as well. So do I want to double stack this? I don't like the price there. Like Wandale's the pick to me. I think he's clearly the pick. Yeah, we're definitely going with Wandale here. I think he's going to be a really, really good pick this year. So Hartman says, I think the Jets have an out, Wilson and Breece being fine at ADP while Gino is mediocre and just being mega concentrated. I agree with that. I just don't think they'll give you consistency you want at the price because of their situation, like the players. Hate the Jets. Yeah, no, that's fair. I think that they're both going to have a couple really big spike weeks. And I think he gets cut and goes to I think he gets traded, actually, because everybody's saying he's going to get cut, but him getting traded is the same exact contract issue. Like, if you go look at over the cap, the same thing happens. It's the same amount of money. I think they'll trade him to the Commanders or the Seahawks for like a 6th round pick. Like, just pick up a random pick. Like, not cut him, but send him to one of those teams. So this is going to work out perfectly. I'm going to get one of these 2. We're going to take QJ. We're going to push Gadsden because pushing Gadsden allows Jake Ferg to possibly come back. And since we have naked Dak, we would like that. So the reason if I didn't have naked Dak there, if I would have taken Jackson Dart, I would have went ahead and taken Arondé Gadsden there. But since I had already taken Gadsden, or since I'd already taken Dak, I want more tight ends on the board to be able to try to push back to pick 127. I like the other. That could happen as well. Like I still think that. I think if they draft Price, I still think that they'd be willing to go get Pollard for cheap. What's up, RM? How we doing? Aaron Sandy, thank you for popping in. That's a fantastic picture. Gonna be loading up on QJ again. Nice. He started to fall because everybody's worried about him doing him being on or Keenan Allen being there, right? So like, and if Keenan does go there, it will be interesting. 18%. I don't know. I didn't like QJ's new original price because QJ originally was going up here at the back end of the 80s. Like he was going to the 7-8 turn. I didn't like that price. I don't mind it now. I think he's where he needs to be. Like, in my opinion, once Pittman and Wan'Dale are off the board, QJ, like, I think this tier is correct. I think it's Coker, QJ, Downs, Golden, and some of the other guys that are around here. So, yeah, we don't have a tight end yet. We're going to go ahead and take, I don't know, we could take Concepcion. I like this RB room, though. I like it quite a bit. So we're going to get the stack, though. We're going to secure that since we took naked Dak. Yeah. I don't think Keenan hurts QJ. Hurts Ladd. Really hurts nobody. What's crazy is I think I was listening to, it was one of the Pro Football Focus things, and they were talking about how I think Keenan Allen led the entire, like he was number 2 in the entire league on third down target share or something, which is crazy. Yeah, I think Shakir, so on Underdog, it is half point PPR, which does affect Shakir's ADP. I think Shakir is a fine ADP, though. I do have some. All right, so do we want a third quarterback here? I think I'm fine doing the 3 QBs this time. I know I've been talking up that I don't want to take multiple if I go early, but I don't really think I have at this point. So we're going to take Cam Ward. We have the Wan'Dale thing. So the team right now, we have a 3-3-5-1. We got Justin Herbert. We got Dak Prescott. We have Cam Ward. Running backs, we have James Cook, Derrick Henry, Travion Henderson. Wide receivers, A.J. Brown, Ladd McConkey, double stacked with Quentin Johnston and Herbert. We have Mekhi Lemon. We have Wan'Dale stacked up with Cam Ward. We have Jake Ferguson at tight end stacked up with Dak. Yeah, I think QJ in the hundreds feel fine. Like I agree. It was when he was earlier, I didn't like him as much. Have I quit on BTJ, Worthy, and Golden? I have not. So Golden, I'm at field, like slightly above field. Worthy, I'm right at field. And the other one was, who was the other one? BTJ. Thomas, I'm a little under on. I got 5% on Brian Thomas. I took a bunch of Brian Thomas the first 2 weeks because he was going past pick 70. Yeah, Debo goes like 30 picks later now. Stephon Diggs is still on the board too. Stephon Diggs, for some reason, is going in the 160s. Everyone's scared. I'm going to, like, Stephon Diggs is a player that I'm going to be willing to take here. Shocker, Alex takes Omar Cooper. I have my bags. So, like, this is where I want my Sadiq shares, though. 150? Absolutely. Sign me up. I don't have a lot of Sadiq, but I'll take 21 picks of ADP. Sign me up there for sure. I do not have a RotoViz sub here, sir. Jamie with the fun fact. Dr. Kellogg created cornflakes to prevent things. Now you know. And Big Draft Energy loves them for it. Might be putting those in the order that I want to put them in. But yeah, I gotta troll a little bit here and there. Debo is a pick that I think is pretty solid. That I don't get to as much as I would like. I'm generally attacking the other positions down here. I really like a couple of these running backs. I like the tight ends a lot. So, and I have 30% Omar Cooper. Yeah, Greg is awesome. Everybody has to love Greg Kellogg. So, like, yeah, we'll take Stephon Diggs here at 162. We still only have the 3 running backs, but we started with double anchor with Derrick Henry and James Cook. And then we have the spike week guy here in Travion Henderson as well, a little past ADP. So I think this is a fun team so far. It's going to be almost definitely, yeah, it's going to be a 3-6-8-3 for sure. Definitely a 3-6-8-3. Sorry about that. Had a cough. Got to get used to this mic, this button that I have to, like, I got to flip a button. Before I could just flip it up. I was used to that motion. Opinions on official strike. I haven't thought into it yet. I just haven't thought about it. By the way, Big Draft Energy, I messaged Sleaze the other day, like a month and a half ago. Jamie's had Sleaze's song done for that long, his intro. He never replied to me, but I have the file. I could send him. Obviously, Jamie has the file as well. So I'm not a baseball fan at all. So yeah, I figured as much. I hadn't seen him popping around that much. I seen over the last week or so you started to get more active as well. I mean, I will take Emmett Johnson at 175 every time. And actually on this team, I'll take Tajay. I think. Do I want Emmett or do I want Tajay? We're taking Emmett. Yeah, and Jamie loves doing this stuff, I think. Yeah, it definitely sounded to me like something Sleaze would love. It kind of sounded, I don't know what he used, but Iron Maiden-ish in my eyes. Right, yeah, exactly. At least you have a good PGA strategy since you're not into MLB. Yeah, hats, right? You can't draft people that wear hats in their profile picture on Underdog. Yeah, exactly. You can't draft the hats. It's the no hat gang over here on the Who Crew. No hat gang. Do I want? let's take a Jalen Naylor share. I don't have like any. This is my second click of Jalen Naylor. And it's because I like a lot of the guys after him even more, right? Flournoy is a pick that I would love to get as well. We'll see if he's there at 210. I definitely need an RB here or a tight end. Maybe I have Iron Maiden misplaced. I never listen to a lot of Iron Maiden, but I know one of my really good friends is a big Iron Maiden fan, and they also really like Ghost. And I just feel like those are bands Sleeves would like a lot. I don't know for sure though. Yeah. Yeah, we that's what I was saying earlier. I would bet, like, same with Chev. Like, I was waiting for everybody to actually pop on and start doing stuff, and whenever they did, then I was gonna reach out to people. So I'll message you afterwards after we're done streaming tonight. Yeah. So Dylan Sampson is a guy I have a hard time clicking. A number 2 back in an offense we expect to be really bad. Flournoy does go, which is fine. We might get our first Cavante Turpin click of the year. I feel pretty good about my wide receivers though. So, and I'm still very in on Kamani Vidal. Like, actually, Cade Otton's still here, tight end 3. Yeah, let's do Cade Otton. Ferg, Sadiq, Otton feels strong enough. I won't get him back. But I feel fine with what we have going. I need a little bit more Ray Day, but probably not on that James Cook team. Ollie, I like him. I like Fat Man, Katron Allen. Justice Hill, I want to click some, but I'm still waiting for him to I'm still waiting on him to get any kind of report after the random neck injury that we never heard anything else about. Like, we didn't even hear if it was like how serious it was or whatever, but it's a neck injury, probably serious, and then he didn't play the rest of the season. And I believe, I'm looking it up right now, I think it was like week 10 or something. Yeah, he played 10 games, so it was like week 12. And they were in the playoff hunt during that time period. So I would think that would be a pretty good, like, I would think that we would have heard something. Like, and if he was fine, they would have let him play afterwards. So we get the Vidal stack with, so we have a pretty big stack here. We have Vidal plus Ladd plus QJ. We have Ferg with Dak, and we have Wandale with Cam Ward. But yeah, we're over here, and we're gonna try the bigger board again. It was +6 a little bit ago. We are +4 for a bigger board. If anybody wants to do a bigger board, it's +4. We only got a couple picks left on this draft, so we are in for the bigger board. We're probably gonna let it fill, hopefully. If anybody still has bigger boards that they would like to do. All right, so back to the draft at hand. If nothing else, I'm at least staying in the lobby. During that hour, there was a single person, like there was 2 people that got in. I will send out the signal to the Dog Pound Discord as well. So all right, what do we want to do with our pick? All right, if we get so like this right here is like if I need receiver, I'm okay taking him sometimes here. Like this is kind of the range that I'm okay taking him, although I still usually don't. I prefer a lot of these other names for this upcoming season. Like Tyquan Thornton wasn't drafted at all in the first 60% of the contest, so I like taking shots on him. Do we want? I think Ollie's a good click here. We're going to take Ollie. Waiting on 4 still over here. So bigger board probably not going to fill, but that's fine. We're going to try for sure. Yeah, since I was having issues to start today, I didn't end up getting a poll question or anything up either. Zachariah Branch goes there. We only have the one rookie at wide receiver. We have Mekhi Lemon. Alec Eilmanner would be a fantastic last round pick for sure. Like I've stopped taking him during the bulk of the draft. I think we just take one of these two, actually. We take either Turpin or Alec Eilmanner. I do think that Tennessee is going to add a wide receiver earlier in the draft, not a pick 4, but I think by the 3rd round they will have it. Then bigger boards needs like an alert on Underdog when you close your app if they have entered the contest before. Yeah, it could. So we are done with this team. We got a 3-6-8-3. We have Justin Herbert, Dak Prescott, Cam Ward, RBs, James Cook, Derrick Henry, Travion Henderson, Emmett Johnson, Kamani Vidal, Ollie Gordon. Wide receivers, A.J. Brown, Lad McConkey, Mekhi Lemon, Wandale, QJ for the double stack, Stephon Diggs, Jalen Naylor, Alec Eilmanner for the double stack, and then Jake Ferg for the single stack, Kenyon Sadiq, and Cade Otton. It's a fine team. It's not like my favorite team, but it's perfectly fine. It works. I got players. They score points. We win $200,000. That's how it works, right? That's all there is to it. That's it. We got Anthony here at the 3 spot. He got a 2-6-9-3. Jaden Daniels, Drake May, Chase Brown, Josh Jacobs, Cam Scatterbo at 51, Kenneth Gainwell, Dylan Sampson, Jadon Blue. I like the running back room. I'm not into the Gucci guy or Louis Vuitton. The Louis Vuitton guy. Wide receiver, Jamar Chase, tried for the double stack, didn't get it with Chase Brown. Jameson Williams, Romeo Dobbs, Xavier Worthy, Keyshawn Boutte, Tyreek Hill, Ryan Flournoy, Jeremy Bernard, Jalen Lane. I like the Jalen Lane stack at the very end. Then we got Gadsden at 123, Chig, and Hunter Henry. I like it. You double stacked both with later, or actually you triple stacked New England. So I like the team. We're trying to fill a bigger board. If we can't get this bigger board to fill, we may jump over to drafters. we might. Like, I've been doing a bunch of those drafters. I just don't really want to sit here in this lobby while I'm waiting on it. I would really like to get one done today for sure, because it's 80-some% filled. We got one done yesterday though. All right, we got Alex at the 5. Josh Allen, Brock Purdy. Running backs: Hampton, Harvey, Algier, Sharbs, James Conner, Jordan James. So the little blurb about CMC wear and tear stuff, did that influence this pick? JSN, Luther Burton, DJ Moore, Juwan Jennings, Omar Cooper, Trey Harris, Trey Tucker, Hollywood Brown, Kyle Williams, Harold Fannin, George Kittle, Dalton Kincaid. I like the team. I'm trying to get more Kittle. I don't have very much. I basically want to be around 5%. I have 3.8. So there is that. We have Dak for 88 Lamb. 3-6-8-3 here. Quarterbacks, we have Trevor Lawrence, Jackson Dart, Bryce Young. Running backs, we have Achane, Breece Hall, Rashad White, JCM. I like the stack there. Alvin Kamara, Katron Allen. Wide receiver, Emeka Egbuka, Rome Odunze, Parker Washington, Michael Pittman, Jalen Coker, Deebo Samuel, Darnell Mooney, Calvin Austin. So the double stack at the end here with Dart. I don't really see that happening. By the way, we only need 2 more over here. I was sharing the wrong screen. But we need 2 more for that. Tight end, Trey McBride, Eli Stowers, and Mike Gesicki. Yeah, this is fun. I'm having a hard time with Achane, like how Peppertoni's worried about the Geno Smith and the offensive environment for Breece Hall and them. Like, that same player, although a better player, is Achane, right? And I think that offensive environment, in my eyes, is worse than the Jets. So I'm pretty not in on him, but I'm also scared to full fade him on the Spike Week site. I think on drafters, I'm more likely to fade him full out. That's just my take on him. All right. It doesn't look like anyone else is here. Let me put it out on X that we're trying to do a bigger board. Okay, so I put that out. I have like 3% of him. Need to get a little more. Okay, yeah. I want to be like 4 to 5% on him. And like at this point, you're probably at the point to where we're pulling people up and getting exposures. I've been doing that, so I understand it. So I'm gonna switch the song. And go up 1 tick as well. So this is where we're at. We're just waiting. I'm gonna chill for a minute, I think, while we're waiting for this to fill. Don't get carried away, Jamie. Don't get carried away while eating those cornflakes. I mean, it's kind of like the entire. We're doing bigger, right? We're looking at a bigger board right now, sir. How we doing, Gritty? Thank you for popping in. Yeah, I can't risk the bigger at work. We're close to having it fill, so I'm gonna I'm gonna sit in this lobby for a few minutes and see what happens. I know if I jump into like a drafter's $3, this will fill instantly. So hopefully we can get this going pretty quickly. So I don't know. Maybe, I mean, I guess it's +1 over there on drafters, so it wouldn't really help out. Anybody who wants to do a drafters $3, there's only one spot in it right now, so you could jump over there. Bigger board, money, and grill full meat. Someone opened a daycare recently. No, I'm just using the money that I have in my account from. I got close. I didn't break even overall last year, but I was very close on Underdog specifically, and all that money's still in my account. So I'm probably gonna have to reload later in the summer, but I probably won't have to reload until probably August at the rate that I plan on going. So that is the goal, is to just kind of chill. All right, well, it's kind of stagnant here at +2. So if you all are here, I'm going to jump into a $3 drafters for now. And I'm going to kind of go on autopilot to some extent if the big board draft pulls up, like if it fills. So we're in this lobby. If the bigger board fills, I will jump out of this lobby if it fills before this. Wish I could help fill this one now. Are you maxed out, sir? Wait, you can actually win things with Underdog? I thought it was just a PlayStation game. I had like a little luck in the dailies, right? Had a bowl of Frosted Flakes this morning, says Sweetleaf. I'm nice and calm now. Oh, you're making dinner? Got it. I also DM'd you the other day, which I'm sure you've seen. You did reply. But yeah, this drafters isn't filling either. So we got +2 for the bigger board, and we have +9 for a $3 drafters. So, and by the way, if you're just popping in, if you could smash the like, that would be fantastic. Also, if you're new and you enjoy the content, think about a sub. We need 17 subs for the 500, which is a 12-hour live stream. So hopefully we get there by the draft. The goal is the draft. Vegas is launching or hosting the Super Bowl. That's crazy. Yeah, I guess everybody's away right now. Nobody's drafting. I don't want to do a big board while I'm in this. I don't know. We could do a big board while we're in the lobby here. This drafters lobby is not filling at all. So we're going to go ahead and unregister for the drafters. And I think we're going to go ahead. Actually, we may do something a little different. we might go over to DraftKings. Apparently, I have to I have to log in like this again. But we're actually going to go to DraftKings here. And we're going to join one of these $1 contests. That way, because the drafters wasn't filling at all, we're going to draft a drafters or a DraftKings $1 contest, and we're going to join right now. So we need 3 people for the DraftKings lobby. I will pretty much abandon it as soon as the bigger board fires, by the way. So just be aware of that. You're going to get some free EV if it fills. I'm in waiting. Last one. Oh, for the bigger board? Nice. I think it will get filled tonight. I'm in the mood to draft one. Then I'll save my very last one. I like I've done 3 of them. I've got the pick 2 twice and I got pick 3 yesterday. So I'm pretty happy getting any pick. I would prefer to not get 2. I would prefer to not get a Jahmyr Gibbs share because I have 2 Jahmyr Gibbs shares in the bigger board. All right, so we are here in the DraftKings $1. We got a 105. And as I said, we're just going to kind of chill here until the other draft is live. By the way, if you like to do bulk entries, what is this? Hold on a second. Did the first one fill or something? Oh, okay. 12 of 12. What? Did I join the right one? I might not have joined the correct one. What's next? Steak too juicy? The steak I made the other day was pretty juicy. Just so you're aware. I know I've done a bunch of these, and this contest details says I've only got 1, and it's 12 of 12. It was a 20 max, I thought. So did they add a new one? I don't know why it's saying that. Am I in a head-to-head lobby? I'm in a head-to-head lobby, aren't I? No, that's not what any of that means. I'm pretty confused here. We're going to pull Amon-Ra up either way. You have 1 entry in the lobby, 12 people drafting. Oh, okay. Yeah. Like I said, I've been kind of out of it all day. And I'm doing a bigger board, just so you're aware. Yeah, this is right. These payouts. It's got a $10,000 payout. I didn't realize it switched the numbers up whenever you got to whenever you got into this lobby. 100K up top. Yeah, there you go. You got Alex is at the 2, by the way, and it got gifted Bijan Robinson at the 2. I don't think anybody else is in here. I need to do another $33 one over here. I really like the structure of the $33 one. They definitely seem like a lot of fun. I've done one. The team was decent. Not great, but decent. $100K up top. I don't think it's $100K up top. I think it's $100K for the whole tournament. Yeah. All right, so yeah, we're still +2 over here on the bigger board, by the way. Yeah, they look really fun. I don't want to do too many pre-draft contests because I assume that that's going to be a common tournament they're going to run in the summer as well. And I would prefer to do a lot of these. Like, I do have a budget for how much I'm going to spend for the summer, right? Like for the entire year on best ball. And I would like to get a few more shots in the summer stuff, basically. Like I'll probably max like every. I think it's the chain mover. I like the chain mover contest a lot over here. Yes, please. We'll take Hampton. Like, this is a common thing we can get over here, but we're going to get somebody that you can't get that often, hopefully. Hopefully we get an Olave fall. Olave does tend to fall on this site. For some reason, a lot of people don't like Brock Bowers as well. Alex does. Alex loves Brock Bowers. Look at that. Bijan Brock Bowers. I remember at one point thinking that the Bijan Brock Bowers was going to be rare, and now it's like the most common thing you can get. So Alex and I was in a random Drafters $3 earlier today. And Davis Maddock was in there, and I think he took, was it Kenneth Walker at 6? I budget like a government construction job. The end number always ends up higher than planned. Yeah, that's why I'm trying to taper myself and do these $1 contests now, right? I'm just not gonna do the main tournaments. I'm not gonna partake in that much. I would love to get, like, I don't have a bunch of Pickens, but adding Pickens to that would have been super fun. But so we have a uniquer combination here with Hampton, St. Brown, Olave. Like, no St. Brown Hampton team is probably going to have that. I actually prefer Olave to Pickens, so I'm not that upset about it. But I would have taken Pickens. I was going to take whoever the highest ADP guy was, most likely, whenever I did that. Yeah, it was Walker at 6. Yeah. He was in the next one as well. He drafted at the 3 hole. He did not take Kenneth Walker at the 3. I don't know for sure if he was actually drafting that or if he was auto drafting. I was watching TV. I was watching a movie, actually. And as you noticed, I wasn't fully paying attention to the draft myself. So you got Paul F. Peters here at the 11 hole. Volsky at the 12. Yeah, I think, I mean, Herzig autoed in the main last year and got second, right? So if you have the best rankings, you can get there. I didn't know. Hey, it's definitely a movie. What else would it be? Is it not a film? Like, aren't films movies? Aren't movies films, right? Or do you consider those flicks? What are we talking about? They're all movies. It moved me. That's great. That's a fantastic comment on the Debbie Does Dallas comment. So yeah, Brees Hall's been falling in these lobbies too. We are almost live. We need one more for the bigger board. One more. So hopefully we get there. All right, so I don't love Bucky Irving, but like this price is fine. And I did hear today that they confirmed they were shopping Devontae Adams to Devontae Adams. So that is interesting. Or that he was involved in trade talks. Let's do the double stack Detroit thing here. Yeah, I like that. Can't we apply the anti-Brees Hall theory to A-Chain as well? That's actually, I brought that up earlier. Because like, I think that the A-Chain situation is much worse than the Jet situation because of offensive line. But you're also paying a premium price on him, but he's also the only piece. Like, the Jets have two pieces in the top 4 rounds, right? And like the Dolphins have one piece in the top 18 rounds or 17 rounds or whatever. Yeah, no, it's all good, man. So we're one pick away. We aren't one pick away. So getting Luther Burden in this economy back at 50 feels good. I think that's where his ADV should be. We're going to go ahead and take Scary Terry. So we have Amon-Ra, we have Hampton, we have Olave, we have JMO, we have Terry McLaurin. We're going to hope to get Jaden back. If we don't, we'll just take Jared Goff at 101, hopefully. I know Chuba like skyrocketed up the board, and now he's starting to fall backwards a little bit. So I think there's a solid chance that I could get him on this team. Because his ADP is a little after my pick. I think he would be a solid fit for this specific team. Like Ramondre would be, Chuba would be. What? Why is this all? Where did they move the? By the way, the bigger board just filled. You'll never guess. I got the 103. We are locked into the bigger board now. We got Alex at the 104. I got the 103. Sweet Leaf at the 10. Super Beast at the 11. Good luck to everybody. So timestamp on the bigger board is an hour and 10 minutes. Got it. 1 hour, 10 minutes even. So we're going to end up with 2 shares of we're gonna get Gibbs again, aren't we? We're gonna have 3 of 3. We're gonna have 3 Gibbs teams. We're gonna end up with 3 Jahmyr Gibbs teams. Okay, it all works out. We get Bijan. That is fantastic. He's my 101, so that feels fantastic. So I'm still going to be drafting on the other site, but I'm not really going to be paying that close of attention to it. I mean, I'll absolutely take RJ Harvey if he makes it back. Actually, Jaden's here. That's the pick we want. Yeah, that's fantastic. So yeah, that's like, I mean, I can't complain. I've done 4 bigger boards and I've had a top 3 pick in all 4 of them. So I have 1 Bijan share, I have 2 Gibbs shares, I have 1 Ja'Marr Chase share. Yeah, they really are. This is a fun start for sure. It absolutely is a fun start. So yeah, we ended up getting Jaden Daniels on the other team. We're gonna hope to get one of these RBs back. Obviously, I'm gonna only be showing this and kind of show this mostly. What's up, Quill? How we doing? We're in a bigger board right now, and we got Bijan at the 103. So things are looking up. Now it's time to be absolutely decimated the rest of this draft. And on this, I was doing this $1 to fill time. And it actually doesn't look bad right now. We got Jaden, we have Hampton, Stevenson, we have the Detroit double stack, we have Olave, we have JMO, we have Terry McLaurin. It really is. What's up? Yeah, my very first draft of the season, I got Bijan at 103. So getting Bijan at 103 again is fantastic. I do know that Chess Liam has Ja'Marr Chase at 101. I don't know Dr. 0907, but maybe they watch Chess Liam. And I'm not necessarily saying that Ja'Marr Chase at 101 is wrong. It's not my decision. I prefer the running backs in this landscape. I'm going to let the room tell me what I'm going to do. Basically, I do really like Hero RB this year, but we will let the room decide what we do, basically. I know what player I specifically want. There is one player I absolutely want over the other players, who sometimes makes it back, sometimes doesn't. I don't have any Trey McBride. If he fell to 22, it would be a nice hedge for me. And a Bijan McBride is probably going to be pretty rare. Not that I care about that in this contest specifically. but he is my number one player right now. All right, so this is exactly what I was expecting to happen. Do I want the Bowers pick? I think we're going to go with Bowers here. I don't necessarily love the elite tight end, but I think that there's kind of a top 22 players, and I think the top 22 win. I have Chase Brown on 2 of my 3 completed bigger boards right now. I didn't want him here. Every bigger board I've been on, Derrick Henry has went above ADP, FYI, for everybody. I think Nico should be way higher than he is, so we're going to do the Nico thing again. I believe this is 3 of my 4 bigger boards have Nico on it. I think he's one of the best picks on the board. I'm going to look at this right now. The first one did not have him. Second one did. Yeah, so 3 of my 4 have Nico Collins. So that is what it is. I think that he is well worth it. You were wondering about the Chase Brown fade. I'm not like super fading him, but I prefer Derrick Henry to him, and I prefer Nico and Olave. Although you have to take Chase Brown ahead of them, and like every time Chase Brown is at the top of my ADP or the top of my list, it happens to be on a Jamar Chase team, and I don't know how I feel about having Jamar Chase. We autoed a pick over here in the other draft, which is fine. It was actually the pick we were going to take the round before. So I am my biggest one of my biggest things this year is that Nico, and like the reason I didn't take Nico at where I took Bowers is because I had him on 2 of my 3 teams I have completed already. So, but whenever he came back around, I think I have Olave on 2 of the teams as well. So if one of those 2 is what happened, and by the way, the one hole doing a big Cincinnati stack, by the way. They got Chase Brown, Jamar Chase, and T. Higgins. I do have one bigger board. My first one was a Rashee Rice team, so I won't take him again either. Even if he was to come. If he would have came back, I might have. I don't know. Javonte in the third is so nutty after he went 50-60 early on. It is. I agree with that. I for sure agree with that. All right, so I'm gonna like if Bucky falls all the way back, I take him, but he won't. I like all of these receivers here. I prefer not Waddle, but I think all of them are a good price. There's a certain player I think is very much mispriced. He's going to be our target in the next round. But Colson Loveland, I really like his price. I just I can't really take him on this team. So everybody I like is really kind of going here. Like right in order, right? Like I was kind of hoping that Evans fell back around. We're going to do the Terry McLaurin thing, I think. No, we aren't. We're gonna pull Roma Dunze up. Actually, I mean it whenever I say I have Roma Dunze ahead of Luther Burden. Like, I don't think it's crazy. We're making the stand here on the $100 team. I think he's the better pick. I flat out just believe that. So we're going to do that here where it matters. And the reason I pulled him up, so Terry McLaurin I like more, but I already have two of my Nico teams already have Terry on it. So of course DJ Moore goes. He was the one that I kind of wanted. We're going to pull up Carnell Tate. Like, so the team right now, we have Bijan, we have Bowers, we have Nico, we have Adunze, we have Carnell Tate. Like, DJ Moore, to me, is one of the best picks on the board right now on Underdog. On Drafters, he goes a pick like 37. I was hoping to get Rome plus DJ Moore. I already have some JMO in this in the bigger board as well. So where do you think Tate is going? I think he goes to KC. Either like he might end up at like the Titans. I doubt that. But I think 7, 8, or 9 is where he'll go. That's my opinion. I will say I don't like the values were not there for me. Like Nico is a value, right? Bowers is a fine pick. All the wide receivers that usually are still here, other than JMO. I have a bag of Terry right now. So I didn't want to, because like if we go to my other teams, I have Terry McLaurin on this one. Well, this one's really fun though. This was a very early team. Mike Evans, Pearsall, with Brock Purdy, Jahmyr Gibbs, Chase Brown, Judkins, Emmett Johnson, 119 kind of sucks, but like it can definitely get there. Then this team, we didn't take him, but it's a Nico team. And then this one, we have Nico plus McLaurin. So I was kind of avoiding the Nico McLaurin again. I do have McLaurin first. I really, really like Carnell Tate, and I don't have a share of him in the bigger board either. So those were the deciding factors. And I really like Rome. But I've been picking on this side of the board every time. So to get shares, I need to do that. Because if I do my last one, we will definitely be and we don't get on the other side, we're going to have to pull people up anyway. So I think do we want Caleb or do we want Drake? I think we just want Drake May here, actually. I have Drake May rated higher. We're just going to take Drake May. Not worry about the stack with Caleb. If Caleb comes back around, we take him. If he doesn't, not really that big of a deal. The goal was to get Ramondre to wrap back around. Obviously, that didn't work out. But if we get Caleb plus Drake, we're perfectly fine here. And being done at quarterback would be pretty nice. So this is not the Luther Burden or the Loveland drafter. So I should be able to get both of them. I have quarterback locked up. Go the old hero RB. So the team right now, we have Drake May, we have Caleb Williams, we have Bijan Robinson, Nico Collins, Roma Dunze, Cardinal Tate, Brock Bowers. So we're going to stop at 2 quarterbacks. We're going to, depending on when we take another tight end, we'll stop at 2, and we're going to load up. Probably going to be an 8 RB team. Most likely will be 8 RBs. So as a KC fan, I hope that my dream has been for Ruben Bain to fall all the way to us. I don't think that's going to happen. I think it's 50-50 at Cardinal Tate's there. And Cardinal Tate fits our offense, like what we need offensively, perfectly. So yeah. So let's look and see what everybody's doing. Alex here. Puka, Trey McBride, Olave, Waddle, Judkins, Lemon, Jalen Hurts going 0 RB in this economy. The sneak. We got JSN. We have Derrick Henry. We have Josh Jacobs, Mike Evans, David Montgomery, Parker Washington, Justin Herbert. I do think stacking matters a lot less in this contest. That's why I like Drake May here. I took Caleb because I think I like him more straight up over Hurts this year as well. I definitely haven't seen them, but this is one of the better teams I've seen you draft. Oh, thank you. Seen them all. I really like the one I done last night. This was the bigger board I done last night. We got the Joe Burrow, Chase Brown. Those are our running backs. We got Cam Ward and Tua, but we got the Jamar Chase, Nico, Terry, Cooper. Just a really good receiver. And then Loveland plus Kraft feels pretty good. When you're in bigger money tournaments, do you tend to draft more conservatively or aggressively? So it's more about the advanced structure. And the advanced structure of this contest is 4 of 12 into 2 of 8 into 1 of 8 into a 23-seat final, right? So the final size means that stacking doesn't matter as much, but it still helps you advance, right? Because a big spike week by Rome, probably Caleb is probably a pretty good quarterback that week, right? Just common sense kind of stuff. So Sweet Leaf over here going bully quarterback, by the way. So I'm very glad I went May and Caleb Williams. I should be able to get some values down the board with him doing that. So if you're watching, Alex, you probably need to secure that quarterback. You'll probably do it at 100 because you have Nix and Stafford available. All right. I mean, Dowdle would be a fantastic pick. I don't have very much Kyle Monangai at all. It would fit this team pretty well, though. He does go. But I tend to go get my guys a little more whenever I'm doing this. And so do I want Godwin here? I really don't like Monangai. I think Godwin is my pick. Yeah, Godwin's definitely the pick. There's a fall off at him and Pittman in my eyes. If Monangai comes back around, I'll take him. The two guys on the inside of me also have 3 RBs. They're probably less likely to take Monangai. It just makes sense on this team. I'm not saying Monangai's a bad pick, but I do prefer, he's a good pick for a hero RB team, right? Because he's going to have some weeks. And all I'm looking for is some people to be able to bounce weeks between each other. And I think that for him, a ping pong week kind of guy, right? Like my wide receivers look pretty solid here. We got Nico, Rome, Carnell Tate, and Godwin. We're solid at tight end, and we're solid at QB. We just need some bodies here, and so he does end up going with the 4th RB. I'm gonna look at something on my other teams. So there's a player I really like here. Do I want Corum? I was actually thinking about pulling up Tony Pollard. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and take Corum. The same thing with Guy. I don't love the price, but I just need somebody who's going to assure me 7 or 8 usable weeks here. And that's the goal with the next few picks, is to kind of navigate that a little bit. These two on the inside of me, although they gave me Bijan, they went and got their guys from round 4 and on. They've pretty much taken the exact players that I like. It's mostly been AE SPO 716 here. Like, I really wanted more. I really wanted Stevenson. And I was hoping for Guy or Pollard to come back around. So, like, I've taken a player and not got the player, like the specific player I thought I could get. Like, DJ Moore got pulled up the board like 8 picks here, which I did the same thing with Rome, right? So it's not going specifically awesome, but I think that it's fine. Like, I think I'm strong enough at 3 positions right now that it's perfectly fine. Late rookie RBs might land this plane. I mean, I think there's still a bunch of serviceable RBs on the board. And we all know that Alex is taking Omar Cooper at 141, because if he doesn't, he's not making it back. And Alex did land, like, he pulled J.K. Dobbins way up because he knew that I was absolutely taking him at 99. J.K. Dobbins, in my opinion, is one of the single best picks on the board. Like, I like him straight up over Harvey, but especially on a team like this, because he's going to be awesome at least the first half of the season. And if he gets hurt, like if Dobbins gets hurt, he still helps get you there. And on a team like this, you've taken enough shots late that you've kind of played that game already, right? Like, he's done his job if he makes it to like week 10. Quiet, Quill. Quiet. Don't give away my secrets. So Rachaad White gets pulled up to 111 by Sweetleaf here. Price goes at 109. I think that's fine. By the way, Quill, just so you know, this time I tried to take Stevenson, and it wasn't my fault that I didn't get him. It was somebody else's. I mean, Gadsden here is kind of interesting, but all right. What are we going to do? Yeah, we're just going to take Gadsden and be done at tight end. I was definitely going to double tap Jordan Mason and Aaron Jones here. I was absolutely going to double tap Jordan Mason, Aaron Jones, and lock up that backfield. That is absolutely what I was planning on doing. I didn't assume I would get Mason back around, but yeah. Yeah, no. I like it. It definitely happened. It definitely happens. We'll see. We'll see how much it matters in the end. You know. So, like Aaron Jones was a good shout out. Like I do think that he's like the perfect piece for this kind of team. The choice at Gadsden was, do I take Concepcion or Golden, or do I just stop? Or do I want the extra darts late at wide receiver? I think I want the extra darts late, because I can definitely stop at 2. This is going to be a 2-8-8-2, I think, with a hero running back, most likely, unless a certain thing happens that I don't expect to happen. But yeah, all of the values getting sucked out of this room, for sure. Let's look at RBs. I mean, C-Rod won't make it back. I don't love the JCM click, but I could make it here. Charbonnet or Tyrone Tracy is a good pick in my eyes for this team. Jonah Coleman would make some sense as well. Get that rookie upside. And then let's look at wide receiver. I've not done my ranks for a while, so that's why Diggs is way up there over Omar. Yeah, man, Jonah Coleman is just dropping like a rock right now. But yeah, Hero RB is something I do like, but I liked it a lot more a month ago. Because a month ago, I was in on a bunch of these guys like Aaron Jones and J.K. Dobbins, who was going at like 150. Both of them were going so late. Now that everything's kind of flattened out, there's really no value at running back later in the draft. So it is not the best situation. So Tracy's the player I would like to have here. I'm still fine with some of these other players. Like Tracy kind of fits the same role as these other three. The rookies are not making it. Denzel Boston, I think, would be a fine pick for me. Do we have any Jonathan Brooks on these teams? We do not. He will absolutely be the pick if we get there. And, you know, like, this is the kind of team I do think that, like, you could take a Zach Charbonnet. Because all I'm looking, like, that late season hammer, I've got Corum, Jones, and Tracy to kind of hopefully get me some weeks throughout. Bijan to carry my team. But let's read through the team real quick. We got a 2-5-4-2 right now. We got Drake May. We got Caleb Williams. We got Bijan. We got Blake Corum. We got Aaron Jones. We got Tyrone Tracy. We have Jay Brooks. Wide receivers, Nico, Rome, Carnell Tate, Chris Godwin. Tight ends, Bowers and Gadsden. I actually think it'll be a 7 RB team. I think it'll be 7 and 9 wide receivers. We'll see. We'll see what happens. And by the way, I have auto drafted the rest of this team over on DK. I just got Pat Bryant, Troy Franklin. Like it's all good though. What are your top 1 to 6 roundish exposures at each position? We could look at that here in a minute. Tight end's probably going to be reasonably high, sort of, because I have 17% Colson Loveland and I'm at 9% Bowers, but I have 3% McBride. So overall, it's like it's close to even. I most of the players I'm fading up top are more so like the round 4 receivers. There's a bunch of them that I'm not getting to as much. Yeah, the $1 DK streets they're fun. They're fun teams to build. But like round 1 and 2, I'm reasonably flat exposure, like positional exposure wise. I mean, Jacoby's a pretty good pick right here. But Kayshon Boutte is available with the stack, but I kind of just like Debo, right? We're going to take Debo. And then we'll put Emmett Johnson up here. We have Kayshon Boutte. Tajay Spears is a fine click as well. Too bad that we have Aronde Gadsden. I don't have very much Gadsden, so having him here made some sense. Do I want... I don't know. We're actually going to take Boutte here instead of Emmett Johnson. I know that shocked everybody, but I like a couple of the running backs in the last rounds more than the wide receiver. Like, I like some of the shots at wide receiver, but I do feel like I needed like a home run swing kind of guy on this team at wide receiver. Another one. Because like Rome, like I got a lot of guys I expect to be like target earners, but not necessarily like long, deep play threat guys. And Kayshon Boutte is one of those. And he's stacked up with my quarterback. But I want to thank everybody who's popped in and smash that like. Also, if you're new to the channel, if you could give me a sub, that would be fantastic. We are 17 away right now. And I want to thank everybody that watches on X. We got 10 to 15 people that watch on X every day. That's also nice. So overall, I get 50, 60 viewers, it seems like, per episode. I appreciate all of you. Now let's do... I mean, I got Tank Bigsby at like 215 in that last one. I think Sean Tucker is a pick that I wouldn't mind on this team. Or, I mean, Tajay Spears, if he comes back, obviously is a fantastic pick. So, yeah, there's a bunch of wide receivers I don't mind. And there's a bunch of running backs I don't mind as well. So I think this team's going to end up looking fine. I might end up regretting not taking Emmett Johnson there at 171. In a vacuum, I much prefer Emmett Johnson to Kayshon Boutte. But the main reason I didn't is because I'm so exposed to Emmett Johnson right now, like overall. I have 25% of them across all websites, if not higher. And I have one share of him in the bigger board already at an earlier ADP. So, like, I kind of wanted to diversify a little off of that. So... we want him? Or do we want Tucker? We're going to take Christian Kirk here. So Nico, Rome, Tate, Godwin, Debo, Booty, Christian Kirk. And then maybe Sean Tucker. So, all right, we do get Sean Tucker back. So I like that. So the team right now, we have Drake May, we have Caleb Williams, running back Bijan, Blake Corum, Aaron Jones, Tyron Tracy, Jonathan Brooks, Sean Tucker, wide receiver Nico Collins, Roma Dunze, Cardinal Tate, Chris Godwin, Debo Samuel, Kayshawn Butte, Christian Kirk, tight end Brock Bowers, and Aronde Gadsden. I'm not worried about missing a bye week on the two onesies positions because it's a 4 of 12. I mean, it obviously could matter, but I'm less worried about it. Yeah, like you want to see where people actually go, do a bigger board or watch a bigger board, see where players get drafted. Like Diggs goes 156, Rodriguez 133. Coleman actually went later than normal, but he goes a little later than that right now. I was really hoping to be able to snag a share of him. And Alex has basically taken every RB. I was hoping to come back around, but Alex also was building the same style of team as me almost, right? Like I have the hero there as well. So it makes sense that he was looking for the same guys, and he's built it exactly the way I would have built it. And like I said, I think Sharps is a fine pick in that style where you just need the late season guy to step up a little bit. And he took all the players that I was talking about. Like I would have taken Spears if he made it. I would have taken Mason and Jones. But like I like what I've got. I think what I have is perfectly fine. Najee goes to 205. Yeah, like the just a running back. I mean, both of our teams are pretty solid, right? But like I like my team. It just doesn't feel like I got the value that I feel like I get in most of my other rooms, right? I auto-drafted Derek Carr apparently over here on DraftKings. Thank you. That's not what I wanted to see when I went over there. So at RB, so this is a perfect kind of team to add Ray Day to as well. I was talking about wanting to get some more Ray Day earlier. He would be a fine pick if he does go. Wide receivers. Which we're going to take Troy Franklin here. I'm going to get he doesn't usually go this late. Or he hasn't in most of the contests, so we're going to go ahead and take him there. And then we're going to take DeMarcado, I think, assuming we can get him. I think DeMarcado is a really good pick right now. So just trying to accumulate some points here at RB. And that's all we're trying to do. And hopefully Bijan is the guy you want. Yeah, Ray Day is a good pick. They use Ty Johnson more than Ray Day. They did, but Ray Davis is the handcuff to James Cook if James Cook was to go down. So it's just a contingent bet. And this is what I don't get about the Keaton Mitchell price, right? Like Keaton Mitchell to me is the same bet as Ray Davis. And in my opinion, those offenses should be looked at pretty much the same, like Mike McDaniel and Joe Brady, like in the run game stuff, right? If the one has 3 running backs drafted and the other one only has 2, both RB1s go pretty close to each other. But then the RB2 goes 30 picks higher, like with Keaton Mitchell versus Ray Davis, and also has another guy who's going to get touches in the mix. Like it doesn't make sense to me. Like it just doesn't make a lot of sense. So do I want another running back or another wide receiver? We got Nico, Rome, Carnell Tate, Godwin, Debo, Booty, Kirk, and Troy Franklin. I think I might take a shot on one of these RBs, maybe. Maybe not. They're pretty ugly. These names are really bad. I mean, if do I have any Claiborne? I don't have any Claiborne. If Claiborne makes it, I'll take Claiborne. If Claiborne doesn't, I think I'll pivot to wide receiver. There's the Kyle Williams pick would be pretty good for this as well. Shocker. He goes as soon as I say his name. Which one do I want? Odell Beckham may be a giant, I hear. I'm not going to take him, but this could be a good team to attack on a Ted Hurst as well. Mac Hollins is not for me. Ty Simpson is definitely not for me. Do I have a Chris Bell on these teams? I don't. So it'll be one of these 2 picks. I definitely have the late season rookie upside on both of these guys. Makes some sense. So here's the team. We got a 2-8-8-2. Let me know what you rate this team in the chat. Drake May, Caleb Williams, at quarterback, running backs, Bijan, and then just some guys. We got Blake Corum, Aaron Jones, Tyrone Tracy, Jonathan Brooks, Sean Tucker, Amari DeMarcado, Damon Claiborne, wide receiver, Nico, Roma Dunze, Stack, Carnell Tate, Chris Godwin, Debo Samuel, Kayshon Boutte, Christian Kirk, and Troy Franklin. And then Brock Bowers, Aronde Gadsden here. I do think that the Gadsden pick should have been something else. I think if the Gadsden pick was Golden or Concepcion. And then I would have taken Hunter Henry here. It would have felt so much better. I do think that specific combination would have been actually, I wouldn't have taken because instead of Boutte, I would have taken Emmett Johnson and pushed the tight end probably. I don't know. I don't know what would have happened, but I do think that if I have Golden or Concepcion here instead of Gadsden, I do think I probably like the team overall more, but I'm also not high on Gadsden this year. Let's go through the chat's teams. We got Alex here, a 3-7-8-2. Jalen Hurts, Bo Nix, and Tyler Shuck. You still went 3 quarterbacks. Quinshon Judkins, J.K. Dobbins, Jordan Mason, Charbonnet, James Conner, Emmett Johnson, Tajay Spears. Yeah, that RB room works. You definitely need Judkins to be healthy. Puka, Olave, Waddle, Lemon, Surratt, Hollywood, Torrey Horton, Jalen, Tolbert, Trey McBride, Travis Kelce. You think Gadsden was a great pick? It's the two running backs behind Jones that worry you a bit. Tracy Brooks. Well, like, what was I to do, right? Like, I didn't have who do I take? Coleman was gone. Rodriguez was gone. Emmanuel Wilson, Charbonnet, Woody Marks, Keaton Mitchell, Sampson. Like, I'm not saying I'm comfortable with them, but I think they were the right picks in that situation. But yeah. All right, we got Sweet Leaf here. 3683. You got Jaden, you got Dak, you got Jackson Dart. Running backs, Keaton. Yeah, it's like what am I supposed to do? Like, sometimes you just have to build with what is left. And that's exactly what I was doing, building with what was left. Jaden Daniels, Dak Prescott, Jackson Dart, Kenneth Walker, Brees Hall, Rashad White, JCM. You've been doing that a lot. You hope that Jeremiah Love does not go there. Kamani Vidal and Kenny McIntosh is a weird pick for the bigger board. Wide receiver, Amon Ra, Ladd McConkey, Terry McLaurin, Xavier Worthy, Brandon Ayuk, Darnell Mooney, Jeremy Bernard, and Calvin Austin. That absolutely can work. And then we got Jake Ferg, Chig, and Stowers. You got a pretty big Washington stack there. Like a very big. You got Jaden, Rashad White, JCM, Terry McLaurin, and Chig. I wouldn't have spent as much capital at quarterback, but I also didn't draft any running backs, so what do I know? I think that is it. If you're in here and you wanted to review, let me know. Otherwise, I am going to head out for the night. Non-QB stack divisional teams, KC and LAC. Yeah, because you have the Dak plus Ferg, Dart with the double stack down here. Yeah, like I like what you done. I'm just not a big spend. I know the sidekick is telling everybody to take 3 quarterbacks from like between 6 and 10, 11 or 10. I don't know. Maybe I'm bad at this. I don't fully agree with that logic. Like, I think that taking 2 early is the play. I was hoping that, like, this guy started, like, old man game is basically the reason my team looks as weak as it does. We got a 1-9-8-2 here with Mendoza solo quarterback. But you have 9 RBs starting with 3. CMC, Barkley, ETN. Then you take Algier, who is kind of a value. Like, they didn't need Algier, and if they did, they needed to stop. But then they got Coleman, they got Pacheco, they got Singleton, they got Kamara. Like, I don't care about these at the end. But, like, the Coleman pick was unnecessary, and the Pacheco pick was pretty unnecessary. Which I could have taken Pacheco, right? Coleman, I would have had to take up here over Aaron Jones, and I know for a fact Aaron Jones wasn't getting past Alex, and I needed him for my team. Yeah, old man absolutely gave us the business. And then AE Sports down here, only like Gibbs and then New England backfield and then Pollard, and that's it. And it was basically the people that, like, only 2 running backs he took after round 4 were the 2 I was targeting, and Pollard and Stevenson on the wraparound. It's pretty funny. Pretty funny stuff there. But like, we have hero RB here in Bijan. Like, we just need some things to go right. You know, it's not that bad. But anyway, I want to thank everybody for coming out. Oh yeah, I noticed that. Like, you have a lot of correlation and stuff going on. I just don't like I'm never going to look at a team that spent round 6, 7, and 8 capital at quarterback and like it. I'm never going to. Like, that's my take. I'm never ever going to like this. Just flat out, I'm not going to like a team built like this. That doesn't mean I'm correct. That doesn't mean that it couldn't work. I think that you built it in a smart way. I just think that you remove Dak or Dart and you take a quarterback down here instead and you add another running back or skill position player, like, the team is so much stronger. That's just my take. Like, I don't like the three early quarterbacks. The 2 early quarterbacks, whatever. That third one in the first 9 rounds, I personally will never look at that and be like, this is exactly what you needed to do. Oh, you auto pick Dak? Nice. Like, it could definitely get there. I'm not saying it can't. And you did backstack Dak, which I done earlier. And like, it all makes sense. And the one thing I will say is the correlation stuff, the divisional correlation, the final stuff, in a 23-seat final, like, barely matters. The reason that correlation matters, like why I go for it in the big board, is because the finals is 558 teams. In a 558 team, that was like, oh, okay, got it. I mean, it's not that it can't get there, and you're gonna win quarterback, right? Like, and the hits matter more than misses. And you do have, like, you have 2 early running backs that could be absolute hits. You have multiple early wide receivers that could absolutely be hits. And then if all of those work, it doesn't really matter. You're going to advance. Try and get me some. Yeah, whenever you went the third quarterback, I was like, well, I'm very glad I went that. I was like, I'm going to get some RB value. Guess what never happened? RB value. But all right, I'll see everybody tomorrow. I'm not sure what time Steve and I are going to stream. I assume we're still going to do the thing. But either way, I'll be on at 4 p.m. either still or start. I'll see y'all then. Peace.
Hey, we're grinding through the torment. High volume, no management. Taming souls in descent. Grinding drafts through the abyss, no rest in our veins. Feel striking like lightning, flooding endless pains. From late season voids, he's dropping all the flames. Bestball Degens Unite, shattering the chains. Old school RB stacking fury, derailing trendy trains. Who is commanding the storm etched in our brains? Who hangs? Thunder in the names, claiming all the kills. Flames, names, games. Degen wrath of fuse, stone age torment remains. Bestball eternal, in remains infernal domain. Pterodactyl pigs, screaming, Cayman chaos reigns. Fossil fury fuels the fire.